Hi there, Spectre here and welcome back to Aircraft Model Reviews. Now if you like this series, remember to drop a like, and if you don't want to miss out on future episodes, remember to subscribe. But without further ado, in today's episode, we are looking at a Boeing 787-9 from KLM Royal Dutch Airlines. And when we start here at the front of the aircraft, we can see that the cockpit looks very nice. Above the cockpit we have the emergency hatch for the pilots, and we have the last two letters of the registration code above the cockpit, which in this case are Hotel Alpha. And another detail to mention are the window wipers, of course. Then when we move to the side, we can see under the cockpit the Air France KLM logo, the SkyTeam logo of which KLM is a member, and we can see the writing of KLM Royal Dutch Airlines along the hull, and underneath the passenger windows we have the name of the aircraft in Dutch, which is Onjerd. And when we move on to the engines, we can see they have been given the white color of the belly of the aircraft, but they do carry the KLM branding, which looks very good, and we can see the nice silver leading edge. And when we look into the engines, we can see the nice looking fan blades. Then moving on to the back side of the engines, we can see the very nicely made chevron nozzles. It really gives a cool look to the aircraft. I like this look. And we can also take a look at the main landing gear here, which also looks very nicely detailed. Then moving on to the wings of this aircraft, I really like the Dreamliner wings, especially in flight. And here at the top side we can see the different flaps, slats, spoilers, and of course the ailerons both left and right, which looks very good. And at the underside we can see the slats, the flaps, and the ailerons once more. And we can also find the full registration code of the aircraft. Then when we move to the back side of the aircraft, we can see the KLM branding on the vertical stabilizer, the full registration code on the fuselage next to the Dutch flag, and the European flag next to the passenger door. We have the aircraft type specification, and on the hull we have the slogan of the company, the Flying Dutchman. And underneath that we actually have the door to the bulk hull. Then moving at the back, we can see the APU exhaust has been included as well, which is a very important detail to have on any aircraft model. And when we look at the other side of the aircraft, we can see the doors to the cargo holds here at the back, and also here at the front, of course. So that's it for this time. Do I recommend this beautiful blue Dreamliner? Yes, I do. As I stated in a previous review of a KLM model, any livery that isn't all white is worth it, so that also counts for this one. By the way, I really love the KLM livery on the Dreamliner. It really suits the aircraft. So, do I recommend it? Yes, I do. And by the way, I have a funny little story before we end this episode of Aircraft Model Reviews. This aircraft, specifically the Bravo Hotel Alpha, was involved with a little ground collision between this aircraft and a 747-400, also from KLM, the Bravo Fox Victor, of which I also have a model which will be reviewed in the future. So that's a fun little fact there. So, if you like this episode of Aircraft Model Reviews, remember to smash that like button, that will be very much appreciated. And if you don't want to miss out on future reviews or want to watch more of these, remember to subscribe and get those notifications on so you don't miss out. And if you have any questions, feedback, or any suggestions for future reviews, you can leave it in the comments below. Now that's it for this time. I thank you very much for watching. This is Spectre signing off, and I see you next time.